Boom. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to Deadhead Studios. And this is episode number 4, y'all. Let's get into this one. This is about same people from last episode, same characters. Only the same two main characters, actually. But this one is about the riot that we were in that got us transferred to the camp that the story from episode 3 took place in. So let's get started, y'all. Write them doinks up if you got them. Deadhead Studios, we in the building, baby. A day of horror stories, where we visit the grimy cesspool we all know as Stargate. Welcome back to Deadhead Studios. This is another episode of Dave's Horror Stories, man. Let's get into the story, y'all. And tonight we got a special guest with us. If y'all want, this is the other brother that was in the store with us. We gonna call him Mr. Rolly Rolex, the Don. All right, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Dave's Horror Stories. So you're probably gonna see me fuck with this mic a lot this episode. But anyways, some machi right here. Roll up if you haven't already. So Rolex was supposed to be on this episode, but he's sick, and so we're gonna let him sleep in. I just got the story fresh on my mind, so we're gonna start. So yeah, this is before we got transferred. This is what got us transferred. So so boom. I keep phrase so boom. So it was September. I can't remember the exact date, but it was supposed to be a national sit down. So that means every prison worldwide, which we found out people did. So it's a sit down is nobody goes to work, nobody goes to the kitchen that serve trays, nobody goes to laundry, nobody goes to the canteen to work, nobody does nothing. It's a sit down. We're rebelling, we're on strike, pretty much. National sit down. So, but these motherfuckers took the sit down and turned it from non-violent to violent real quick. So, and that's another thing. The sit down was supposed to be non-violent. Like it was supposed to be just everybody bucks work. And that means that everybody's doesn't go to work that day. Just everybody says fuck work. And these are prison jobs, like I said, cooks, cafeteria, in the laundry, going to the canteen store to sell the canteen shit for them, whatever. Lots of shit. There's all sorts of shit. Orderlies, fuck, whatever. So they're supposed to not go to work. So this before this happened, the night before this happened, I actually got the tattoos I have here and like around here on my elbow. And I'll talk more about that later. It's fucking disgusting. But anyways, so when we go to lunch and or dinner, everybody's like, yo, it's a national, it's a sit down. Nobody go to work. So we're in line. Like you see motherfuckers from other dorms passing by, just telling everybody. Everybody's telling everybody, don't go to work tomorrow. Now sit down. Blah, 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 blah. So I think the COs knew about this because we got rec, which is kind of, I mean, if you've been to prison in Florida, especially at golf, this kind of doesn't happen a lot, but they let us go to rec at like fucking 5 o'clock at night, bro. They let us go to rec. Like 5 p.m. they let us go to rec. So I think they're like trying to let us get the energy out, whatever thing. So anyways, let's fast forward a little bit. I don't go to rec. I'm getting this tattoo, like I said. So I'm gonna let this sit out for a second. So yeah, so I don't go to rec. I'm getting this tattoo. And so boom, I go to sleep, whatever, wake up the next morning. Bro, I remember waking up first, my bunkies like waking me up, like pretty much I later found out to like try to get, hey, Jit, get right. You need to get right, bro. Ain't no sleeping in today. Shit might get hectic. And I didn't know. I'm thinking it's peaceful. So I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm like, okay, we're all just gonna buck, whatever. They're probably gonna come in here like, oh, y'all need to go to work. If you don't, you're going lockdown with blah. So boom, I get up, nigga. I walk to go take a piss, nigga. I look to the right. So we got the officer stations like right here. You come in the door's like right here. It's like a little short hallway. There's a phone on, two phones on this wall, two phones on this wall. The door, you come in and the officer station's right here, and the bathroom's back here. There's a bathroom. There's just a wall of showers, and there's like 4 or 5 toilets with concrete walls like this high. No doors, just concrete walls. So boom, I go to take a piss, and there's like a couple urinals back there. So when I go to take a piss, I pass the door where the phone's at. Nigga, they got this bitch barricaded with the bunks, my nigga. And like, so by this time, officers in there like calling codes. Like, I guess they know all the dorms are like this. So they're just sitting there like all on the radios talking about what's gonna go on, what they're doing. So you can tell they're like, fuck. So all the dorms around the whole compound are fucking barricaded with bunks. You got the lifers in the 2-man dorm, in the 2-man cells. Them niggas setting shit on fire. That's how we knew in our dorm in K2, dorm K2, that it was time to set this bitch off. So boom. So I take a piss, I go back to my bunk. I'm like, oh shit, this shit really about to go down. Now, peep, go back to the first this 3rd episode, right? I'm telling y'all, this is my first time in prison. So I'm not used now. Rolex, he's been in and out. He went to JIT camp, which for y'all don't know, that's gladiator camp. That's in my eyes, it goes down way worse in JIT camp than prison. And I wish he was here and not sick. Bro, we holding that to you. You got to come on this next one. We gonna let him give his side of the story. So yeah, I think it's way worse. I think JIT camp's way worse than prison. So Rolex has been in and out. He's seasoned in this prison shit with the little Salt Bay. He's seasoned. He wants out some season on that motherfucker. My dog seasoned. So anyways, boom. And that really, I'm not gonna lie, having him as a brother, as a friend, bro, really helped the nigga out. Cause bro, that motherfucker ain't somebody, not don't fuck with that man, but bro, he is very care. If he fucks with you, bro, he fucks with you for real. So like, he ain't gonna steer a nigga wrong. He ain't gonna let a nigga go down the path that he know. He ain't gonna let a nigga crash out. Pretty much. Anyways, boom. He got a nigga back. He got your back for sure. He gonna show you. He gonna show you. He gonna teach you, show you, whatever. Boom. So I go back to my bunk and shit. So I get back to the bunk. I'm talking about bunky. I see Rolex over there, like pretty much like, nigga, you ready, nigga? Like it's about to go down to this bitch. You thought this shit was sweet, nigga. You thought this shit was some bullshit, nigga. It's about to go down. I'm like, fuck. This shit really is. Boom, boom, boom. We talking cutting up. Boom. So then Rolex said, hey, boom. I come over to the window. They're throwing mattresses, like sliding shit through the little slits of the upper windows in the 2-man dorms on fire. They're sliding it out the window on fire. So you just see shit on fire falling out the fucking the fucking building. Just shit on fire. We're like, oh shit. So that's when you can see like the niggas that been doing this shit, you can see like the turn of time. Oh, it's ready. You can see it in the eyes. They ready. They ready. They ready for the situation. Now, this shit crazy. So rolling. So now you got, this is what I was talking about. How it's Call of Duty. Literally, they got the Juggernaut. Not really. The nigga ain't had no minigun, but the nigga had a sledgehammer and he got the Juggernaut padding, the helmet, crash helmet, the pads, everything. CERT team. But this nigga looked like the helicopter just dropped the Juggernaut into the field. Nigga. Like that nigga, yeah. So this nigga come up to the window with the sledgehammer. Inmates, get on your bunks now. Inmates, I'm not gonna tell you again, get on your bunks. Of course, my friend, my homeboy gotta be the one to crackle, fuck you. Boom, slam the window. Now let's pause the story right here. So our bay, I'm gonna pop a picture up, like try to find it, because it's real hard, kind of, unless you find people are on live and that's in golf. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not trying to put on, but I'm not gonna do that. So I'll try to find pictures of the dorms, which is hard, and I'll put them right here, some to show you the inside. So, anyways, the windows are bars, metal bars with like chicken wire type shit, and then plexiglass, like, but you can slide them up like a regular house window, because we're in an open bay butterfly dorm. We're not in two man. We're on low custody type shit. So, boom. Rolex, fuck you, slams the door or the window. Man, the juggernaut take the motherfucking sledgehammer. Bro, I'm talking about 3 mops. That motherfucker done bent the bars, knocked the plexiglass and the whole window frame out onto the floor, and then you hear the bing, 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 bing. You had to play Call of Duty or seen some good action. Well, you know what that pink pank pank is. You know what it is. It ain't the nigga with the metal legs running from Cat Williams. It ain't the Mr. Tank Tank. It ain't that. It did sound like that nigga was running around the dorm, but it wasn't him. It was a motherfucking flashbang. Boom! That motherfucker go off. Then you hear another Tank Tank. Tank Tank's twin brother with missing legs and the metal shit must have been running. Boom! That's a motherfucking rubber bullet grenade. You don't know what that is, and I'm sorry if I scare y'all with the book. If you don't know what that is, that's a motherfucking, pretty much like a flash grenade canister that got a bunch of motherfucking hard ass rubber balls in it that blow up and they just go fucking everywhere. And it's used to fucking neutralize shit. Like, them bitches hit your ass going down. I ain't talking about no paintball. I'm talking about that type of pain. Yeah, you niggas ever had the motherfucking pedal from your bike, motherfucking and hit you in the shin? Intensify that motherfucker by 100 and hit you somewhere up, wherever. It might hit you in the shin. Motherfuckers breaking bones. These little ball pellet things, they gonna fuck you up. At the end of this, I looked up, and this is one of the things I looked up at the window, the plexiglass on this side by my bunk. Bro, there's holes. The bitch looked like cheddar cheese from them fucking rubber ball bearing things, whatever. Anyways, so boom. It's the dorms in chaos. They throw those in, they throw some CS gas in there. So first they flashbang. Let's run this back. 1, they flashbang us. You got that bitch, you walking in circles. You got a backpack, Dory Explorer, how I walk right again. You got to do that. Number 2, they hit you with the metal ball, the rubber balls. Get your dodge game up. The motherfucker's gonna get you right. Number 3, the CS gas. You niggas don't know what CS gas is, or Black Jesus, your ass ain't never been in the penitentiary system. Yeah. Pretty much you don't want to encounter any of these motherfuckers. The Black Jesus gonna take all the CO2 and the air out the room and put that bitch in the ceiling, so you and that bitch like and the CS gas gonna make you, it's like pepper spray 10,000 kajillion million intensified. And so that shit gonna make you snot, your eyes burn, you puking, fucking, this shit is just fucking nuts. So anyways, oh yeah, well, I forgot to add something. When I was walking to the bathroom, my bunkie was like, yo, get your towel, wet that bitch, and put it on your bunk, because you're gonna have to wrap that bitch around your face when they get the throwing shit in. So boom. I'm like, whatever. I do it, but I'm thinking like, it ain't gonna get that serious, bro. Nah. Shit. Motherfucker going back out, have been ripping up my mattress, making pads at that motherfucker. Something. So, anyways, boom. So yeah, you got nigga. It's just pure chaos in this motherfucker. Just imagine it's smoky in that motherfucker. Niggas yelling, people screaming. You got to remember now. You got old people in this dorm. Prison and crime don't discriminate. You got challenged people in this motherfucker. You got old people, like I said. You got people that ain't right up top, like I said. You got all sorts of, from scale 1 to motherfucking 100. You got everybody in that motherfucker. Rapists, killers, old people, young people, motherfucking slow people, motherfucking gays, straights, whatever the fucks. You got them all in this motherfucker now. So, saying this, it's fucking, you got old people screaming. You got young niggas talking, I got a house, mom. We'll get to that. It's just fucking chaos in this motherfucker. Chaos. And I literally took a second to freeze and like look around like, holy fuck, bro. Like, this is really happening to me right now. Like what? Yo, this is crazy. Like, I never would have thought in a million years. I mean, I'm not gonna say I planned on going to prison, but the life I was living then, I kind of assumed maybe, or it was just let me just stop bullshitting. It was a matter of time until I went to prison. So, anyways, but I didn't expect my prison stint to go like this. I don't think any of us did. Well, I don't know. Some niggas wasn't in that bitch enjoying the fuck out of this shit. I talk about got the broomstick trying to knock the fucking cameras off the ceilings, trying to break the, I'm guessing it's Gorilla bulletproof glass at the officer station. They trying to break that bitch. Good luck. I mean, they was fucking that bitch up, but whatever. Anyway, so boom. I'm looking around like, fuck. So then I'm snapping back like, oh shit. These niggas are trying to throw mattresses and blankets over the fucking CS gas because it hit the ground and spark real quick and spin in circles and letting this gas off. So niggas trying to cover it, but it'll, whatever, if you try to cover it with a blanket or a mattress, it'll catch that fucker on fire. So you got people like, no, don't do that. So, boy, it's just crazy. You got people breaking shit, flipping the bumps, fucking going crazy. Now, the one thing I didn't see, which I really thought this would have been your best time to get it happen, I didn't see nobody whooping nobody's ass. But at the same time, our dorm, bro, was so lit and like has some order to it that, bro, it was like we was in that bitch chill. So there wasn't no beef at the time. But if there was at the time, I'm sure that was the time that niggas, it would have took the opportunity to get you the fuck up out of there. You can go back to episode 3. The lingo is get you X'd out, sent the fuck to another camp. You're gonna take that helicopter ride out in the middle of the courtyard. They're gonna, yeah, that one. That'd have been the time for that. But anyway, so boom. Yeah, so okay, so now I'm tripping. There's this kid named Jake from New Smyrna Beach or Ormond, something. Little short white dude with blonde short hair. Well, we got to get zeroed out when you go. They cut all your hair off. But Jake, if you remember me, you see me. I can't remember your last name, but yeah, he was my dog, man. He was my tattoo man's bunkie. So we were all cool as fuck. And I see he was over there fucking like dying from this shit. So I'm like, fuck. I'm starting to get real fucked up and my eyes irritated. I'm throwing up snotting everywhere. So I run over there. I go grab bro. I try to go to the showers because I'm thinking if we fucking yank that metal grating up at the drain, we could like try to breathe fresh air. I mean, I know it sounds fucking disgusting, but we could breathe some semi-fresh air up out the drain. So boom, we're back there. I grab this nigga. We run back there like a fucking Mission Impossible motherfucking movie, bro. Back there, dude. I'm like, bro, I'm like trying to grab his head and push it down to the fucking drain. Like I'm telling him, fucking breathe. So boom, bro. Shout out to whoever this old dude was. Hey, Jitterbug, come on. Oh shit. I'm really having flashback right now. Choking and everything. Come on, Jitterbugs, come on. Nigga yank us both up like two pit bulls on a leash. Takes us to the back in one of the stalls. Put the fucking wet towel over our head, bro. Put our head by the toilet one by one and start flushing that hoe. Yo. I ain't never had so much relief in my motherfucking life, bro. Whoever you were, old fella, shout out to you and thank you for saving me and my dog, bro. And this time, Rolex, that nigga, I'm not, that nigga going off the hinges. That nigga out there doing, we gonna have him on and give him his part to let him explain. But yeah, so boom, dude saved our ass. So by this time now we straight. I don't know what Jacob went and do. I know what I went and did. Now I'm back out just roaming around seeing what's going on in the chaos. Now this is when I walk out and I see the young black dude. And when this happened, after they threw all the gas and little bombs in and shit, the lady officer that was in the officer booth took out her pepper spray and pepper sprayed the mail flap because you could flip the mail flap in and try to breathe the fresh air in there. So she did that. So you're fucked. Beating on the officer, like, I got asthma. Now this nigga was supposed to be a big old thing. This is why I say I seen some tough wannabe gangster killer niggas fold. Snitch, fold, turn bitch when it's behind that wall. You don't got no gun, nothing like that. I've seen niggas that was supposed to be the King Kong gorilla be a motherfucking salamander, get their ass stepped on, nigga. And that's for real. So you big tough niggas remember that when you want to go do crimes. There ain't no guns back that bitch. Now you get yourself a sword or some shit, but nigga, I'm telling you. Anyways, yeah, this was Mr. Billy Badass. Yeah, whatever. On the I got asthma. Help me. Help, man, they don't give a fuck about you. Take your ass and do something productive, man. Try to knock a window out so we could get up out this bitch dying like fish. So boom, that's what everybody's in the day room. So now all of us are gathering up all the old people, whatever, and trying to get them into the day room because there's a huge window with a chain link fence in the day room. So we're all trying to gather the old people into the front, and everybody just gather in front of this fucking window and try to get this fresh air just blowing in. And then we're trying to kind of break it down so we can get out this motherfucker, all this shit. So boom, finally, I can't remember what really stopped it, bro. Like they just left us in that bitch, and it like just it subsided. And when it subsided, they just came to the wind. They came in that bitch with the rhino, nigga, straight up, big fucking the fucking the revolver spin piece, the big chamber, big fucking holes in it like this. Yeah, the fuck they didn't have. They had the fucking grenade launcher, the canister launcher as a rifle. Came in there like, everybody on your bunks, face down, don't look at me type shit, like you getting raided, nigga. Came in there with that motherfucker. And so everybody face down on that bitch. We in paper boxers. They all put us out in the front yard of the dorm on the grass and on our knees. But for like hours, it seemed like we're on our knees, handcuffed behind our back in paper boxers, just on our knees, stuck in front of the motherfucking dorm. Now, this is what I was telling you about when I had that tattoo. Right here. Yeah, bro, the gnats, it was fresh. So all the gnats and flies were on. I couldn't do nothing, bro. But I was by my tattoo, man. So I'm like trying to get the bitches off me, wiping them on his arm. He didn't even give a fuck. He was telling me to do it. He's like, boom, he didn't want his work fucked up on my arm. So yeah. Then they transfer us to the chow hall, and that's when we got more laughs, bro. There's dudes in there. They wouldn't let us go to the bathroom, nothing. So the older people were just pissing on themselves. So they had us in that bitch for about 5 hours. And finally, it's like, end of the day, bro, they send us to fucking Calhoun. And on the bus, there's old niggas and people pissing on themselves because they won't let us use the bathroom. It was crazy, bro. It's just all crazy. And so, yeah, they transfer us to Calhoun, bro. We get to receptions. We sit in receptions for a good hour, get processed. And then they clear a 2-man dorm cell out where they moved all of us in, 80-something people, and that was in the riot. Well, from our dorm, 80-something people got moved into the 2-man cell dorm at Calhoun. So they just transferred us that same day, drove us like 20, 30 minutes down the road to another prison, dropped us off there. And then that's where episode 3, the story from episode 3 takes place is at Calhoun. So we might have Rolex. If I can't get him on the phone, this episode will drop with just me talking and stuff. And maybe we'll just drop another one this week with Rolex's version of events. And so yeah, I'm just gonna drop this. If I can't get a hold of him, it'll just be me talking. If I get a hold of him, there'll be an insert clip of Rolex, my boy. Shout out to you for Fire episode 3. And yeah, that was episode 4, y'all. Stay tuned for some more. I got some jerseys that are gonna be dropping, Deadhead Studios jerseys. We got some other fire graphics that are being drawn up by a pro skater, bro. Shout out to you. You know who you are. We're not going to, I mean, I guess everybody knows it. Devin, shout out to you. Devin Bagnoli. You're the man, bro. Happy birthday, by the way. It's his birthday today when I film this video. Happy birthday to you. Shout out to you. Yeah, bro. And y'all go check out his channel, bro. He grew up with this kid in Daytona Beach. He is a beast at skateboarding. Y'all check him out. And that's the conclusion of today's episode 4, Deadhead Studios. We end this, man. It's Dave Horror Stories. Shout out to y'all. Thank you for everybody watching these videos, subscribing, liking. Shout out to all y'all, man. It's been another one. Love y'all.